Welcome back to Follow Focus. I'm Larry. This is a beautiful golden hour here in California. I decided to add a couple extra thoughts to the blog post that you should see above, basically talking about when do you know if you're ready to become a professional photographer. This post was designed to kind of reach people who are just beginning, who have been working at photography for a while, maybe have a really nice camera, like at least one piece of good glass, and have gotten a lot of comments and feedback saying like, wow, your pictures are great, or your Instagram looks great. Will you come shoot my wedding? And transitioning into somebody who is good enough to get paid for photography and willing to do it is a step that you need to take slowly and make sure that you're ready. You just have the gear and just have the equipment, but aren't just you don't have it all the way there in regards to knowing your camera all the way, where if you look at your test shot and you say, oh, I need to pull down the aperture by at least 2 stops, and you don't know how to do that quickly, if you don't know oh, I should be using a neutral density filter out here so that I can get, better color in the sky while shooting the family. And then if you don't also know, like, well, how do you compensate for that? Should you be using a tripod or not? Does your camera allow for 2 card slots in case one fails? You have to understand your camera. You have to be comfortable with your camera. You have to be ready to use your camera as a tool and know how to handle the situations that might arise. The reason why I'm suggesting you to have that mastery level understanding of your camera is because things will go wrong in the field and you need to know what to do to correct it, and you need to know how to do what to correct it. And those really are the 2 barriers that I think that you should be comfortable with achieving, being able to go out there in the field and crush it, because you need to know that if something happens, you've got the camera that can solve it. The functions on your camera can get you out of situations, but you also know what to do, what to tell your camera to do to fix those problems, to fix those situations. I don't want you to take this lightly, guys. If you're reading this blog, if you're finding this video and you're thinking about becoming a professional photographer, and when I say professional, I don't mean like going to shoot for Vogue magazine tomorrow. I literally just mean offering your skills for sale, promising people who find your portfolio that you will deliver great photographs for money. That to me is the line between no longer somebody who is a good hobbyist and somebody who is an active professional. There are levels of professionalism, don't get me wrong, but the expectation of somebody who gives you money for your work is going to be that they get value out of what you give them back. If I invited you to the quinceañera for my daughter, if I invited you to the christening for my son, if I invited you to the first birthday party, and you get out there acting a fool, you don't know your camera, you don't know your camera settings, you don't know your lighting situations, and you give me blurry photos, you give me, photos that aren't sharp, you don't give me enough images to be worth the money that we agreed to pay, not only do I feel like I'm losing the money, but more importantly, I've lost the opportunity to capture those moments I was hoping to keep forever. That is a tough blow for both sides. Imagine being the parents who know that they don't have any photos of their christening that didn't come off an iPhone. Imagine, and that's not that bad, don't get me wrong, but you get what I'm saying. Imagine being that photographer now who made a promise that they were going to do great, and you get home and you look at your photos and you're like, man, I've got like 3 shots I can send to this client. You don't want to be in that boat. So I hope you just take the time to make sure that you're comfortable with your camera, make sure that you're comfortable with lighting scenarios, and understand what to do to fix both if something happens. Because when you're in the field, something's going to happen. It's just inevitable. It always happens. And I don't want to see you do bad. So yeah, this is the follow focus of the blog post. Again, I only put these videos in the blog, so if you found this post somehow shared or sent to you directly, I'm really happy whoever sent it to you, but please go check out photomelarry.com. It's a great blog and I fill it with content, and every single blog post has an extra video where I just add a couple of extra thoughts. That's it. I hope you're doing well. Hope your photography is awesome. Go out there and take amazing pictures. I'll see you later.